it feels like I'm just going to have people call in and give them relationship advice or something. Maybe that's not, I don't know it, but there's something different about it just being one person, you know? Like two of us, it's like a podcast. One person is like, call in for advice. Well, yeah, you're there. How's the family like in Camila? She's a hit. How'd that go? You were letting her drive, Joey? Dude, she's 2.5 months old. How was it? How's the self-drive? Did they update it? Did they update it since the last one? Grazie. I think that's thank you in some language. Italian? Yeah. Did it tell you how long that it drove? Like you can check it on the screen to see how much of the trip it did. It's like on mine, it did like 80%. It did like 80% of the trip. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. It's getting really good. Join call. Heard another voice on here. How do I see who else is on here? Oh, we got Wayne on here. What's up, Wayne? I can hear you. I cannot see you, but I can hear you. Oh, you're trying to share? No, you don't need to share. I know. I was going to say that. Heck yeah. How'd you find us? Nice. So maybe must have been was it one of the ads? Okay. Look at that, Joey. They do occasionally get seen. Fantastic. Yeah, we got lots to talk about. Is there more to this story? We lost you, Wayne. We heard that you were in Nashville, and then you were gone. You say Pastor Timmy? Oh my goodness. You back? Those squirrels. Messing up the internet. Oh, I think... Can you mute one of those, Joe or Gio? We'll just pick one. Okay. Try talking one more time, Wayne. Let's see if that worked. Oh, no. Oh, did it mute both of them? Yeah. Allow audio? Okay, weird. Yeah, there you go. Okay, you're back. You were saying you were in Nashville, Wayne? That we lost you? Oh, cool. Okay. Joey, where's Trace? Is he around there? Is Tracing? Isn't Trace around Atlanta? I think we have a bunch of people around Atlanta. Was Tim? Oh, yeah, Tim and AJ are around Atlanta. Who else? Oh, yeah, Nick's out there, too. Abel is not in Atlanta. I don't know why he's showing up. Well, we're just going to hang out for a few more minutes, see who else wants to pop on. I have claimed my rightful throne, Annie. He's been kicked to the outdoors. Nonsense. Nonsense. Never.
Just Gio.
You know, it took me a few minutes
Just Gio.
to remember how to do everything, but I locked in and I sat down in my chair and I told Gio to handle it, and she took care of it all. So also helps to be in my living room. Yeah, Joey's in Chicago. Little family trip showing off the baby. Holiday pre-gaming. They overworked you at church? Oh, wait, so mid-song you were like, transition to this one, and you're like, I live for those moments, dude. Joey, that takes me back to our Mass Anthem church playing days. We're like, do the major third, do the major sixth. You're just winging it as we go. Go into this song. I live for those. Jam band. Dude, I almost forgot about that. You had such a crazy schedule. Ten to 2 is crazy. You know what that was doing? That was prepping you guys for your baby schedule. Because Diana, don't you just get up at 2 a.m. now anyways to take care of the baby? Oh, you're taking the 2 a.m. That's still happening? Pour over. Well, if anybody else wants to hop in, they're just going to have to jump in mid-conversation. We might as well get this thing started. Get the show on the road. Welcome all to another Tuesday night Q&A call. I'm your solo host, Jason Braun. Joey has been kicked to the upper Midwest. Are you just watching? Dude, you need to pull in a Lenny and just let the dog awkwardly sit on your lap. It's just so big. He looks like the size of a Lenny's dog, though. Should do that. Well, welcome to Tuesday night call. See some familiar faces. Everybody welcome Wayne. This is his first call. He just joined, I think, last week. A week or two ago. How these calls work is these are Q&A live calls. Basically, we exist on these calls to answer any questions that come up. We can get into music strategy, just across the board, artist strategy across the board. Pretty much anything you want to get into, we'll dive into. We'll do some hot seats. We'll break down brands, whatever we need to do. Throughout the call, if we're in mid-conversation with somebody else, feel free to drop your question or comment in the group chat section that you'll see in this live call. We keep an eye on that. We'll circle back to that and keep the conversation flowing. Unless we have a quiet moment, then you are free to interject, jump in, do what you need to do. I do have one update, Joey. I don't know if you have any other updates, but I'll quick jump into my one update. Screen me, por favor. Cool. Okay, so we are working on putting together a course for you guys called Artist Basics. What we have been realizing, the more artists that join, is there's been a lot of questions that are coming up around the fundamentals, just general baseline, basic strategies, basic information. And we've actually been playing around with this for a while on how to organize all of this information. So there's courses in here that don't have a lot of information in them yet. Music distribution, other streaming platforms. A lot of these that don't have a lot of information, but are very basic information that you need to know. We're going to start to put all that stuff into Artist Basics here. And we'll probably have this thing live, start populating this by the end of the week, so that, it's all in one spot. Otherwise, it's all spread out. It's kind of difficult, but that way we can get into branding, release strategies, distribution basics, some of the general streaming stuff, general marketing stuff, all of that. It should organize it a lot easier for you guys. So keep your eye out for that within a week or so. Any other updates, Joey? Like the last chapter in the Bible? That revelation? That's what you're going through? You have multiple revelations. Cool. Annie's on the edge of her seat, dude. Come on. Yeah, hour two. Oh, Jason Knight popped in. Welcome, sir. Well, I guess what we could do is, Wayne, you and I have been talking back and forth a bit about your whole music situation these days. Would you be comfortable jumping into a little conversation around that? We can see if we can help you out with a few things. Let's see if we can get you unmuted. Ah, there you are. Yeah. Cool. Well, how about we start with just maybe you breaking down where you're at with music these days, what you're up to, what you're hoping to achieve, stuff like that. Hmm. Cool. 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 Yeah. Cool. And the new Christian band is Kingdom and Throne. Yes, that's that's the name. Kingdom and Throne. Okay. So it sounds like there's two directions that we could talk about a little bit here, Joey, is the touring side of things and also the just marketing and like earlier stages brand setup stuff. Bingo. Yeah. Yep. Gio, you fence? Yep. Great. Oh, 100%. So were you using Meta Ads Manager for that? Sweet. Okay. Billy and the Jets. Yep. Well, that's huge that you already know the basics of the Meta platform when it comes to ads manager. That's huge. Um, you're probably gonna thrive once you get done with the Spotify section, and then you move on to our Meta Ads for Playlist Growth course. You'll probably pick that up pretty quickly. So that's great. Yeah. Well, so what is the ultimate goal with this project for you? Cool. To also then feed the touring side. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Yep. Yep. Okay, so you're talking followers on Facebook? Got you. Okay, because I was going to ask about that. Okay. $10 a day budget. Okay. Would you say having more Facebook followers is going to be the biggest leverage point for you getting more shows, or do you think it would be Spotify numbers going up? Okay. Yes. Yes, you can. Well, I'll tell you what. Gio, send me the screen, por favor. So, have you been into what's called Spotify for Artists yet, Wayne? So you've been on the back end here? Okay. Hmm. Okay. So you just got access to all of this. Fantastic. Okay, so on the back end here is where you're going to see a lot of data that you'll be able to work with. And this is where it's pretty cool. You can go into, for example, locations, and you're going to be able to see your top countries, but also your top cities. So you can be like, wow, okay, we're really popping here. We're really hitting here. And typically, like, as you get really good with running these meta ads, you can start to see the locations that you want to target rise. You can start to see those listeners grow. You see let's see the demographics as well. Yep, so you can see the age limits, male, female, stuff like that. This is really powerful information when it comes to shows and getting other opportunities, because you start to build an audience. You can be like, hey, I've got this many listeners in this city. If you bring me out, there might be a good chance that I could draw a few of these people to come to the show. Joey, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, but in my head, I would lean more towards Spotify ads to grow Spotify right now for him than necessarily Facebook followers, perhaps. But I'm curious your thoughts on that. Yep. Yep. which we teach on, by the way. We teach on in the course. Yep. And exactly what Joey just said, our strategy that we personally use, we always first get Spotify to grow. Number one. Why? Because it has become the new ruler, like metric ruler that the industry uses to compare. Oh, should I bring this band? Should I bring this band? Should I give this band the opportunity? Let's look at Spotify. There's even a lot of artists that come to us for marketing support now before they try to go to radio because they're like, hey, radio is just going to Spotify to see if the song is worth supporting now. It's like, oh, okay. So, and then promoters are also going to Spotify to see, oh, do they have listeners? Are the songs being listened to? Do they have engagement? Okay, so they're going there as well. So when we start all of our brands, very first thing, grow Spotify, get streaming revenue slowly starting to come back, get the algorithms triggered, start to put out a good catalog. And then after that thing starts to take off, then we have a little margin with our time and energy to start focusing on social media. Okay, now how do we start to set up an organic social media approach? We're not just going to boost videos just to get likes and fans and everything that way, because those platforms will say, hey, we are happy to let you pay us money to boost something. And they'll give you a bunch of fans, and typically nobody engages. And you're like, okay, is it a vanity metric? Some of these boosts and stuff like that. So we're like, we'd rather play the organic content side of things and then keep that going with Spotify and play that game for a while. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And the other piece of leverage too here that you were alluding to with one of your goals earlier, that goal of, oh, I'd love to start working with more artists. I'd love to start co-writing more, doing more projects with other people, working with other people. One of the easiest and best ways to get other artists, producers to want to work with you is to show proof on Spotify. Oh, my songs do well. I have playlists that I can support the music that we write together, right? It becomes a really cool piece of leverage. And this is one of the main things we teach on in the community is just leverage. How do you build your leverage that you get this thing, you accomplish this thing, it makes all the other things that you're wanting to do a little bit easier. And then as you get more of that leverage, the rest of those things just become more and more easy to the point where it's like, oh, I've got 50,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I've got 100,000. Oh, now artists are more open to collaborating with me. Oh, look, these publishers are interested in working with me now. I'm getting distribution opportunity deals. I'm getting more, interest from promoters, all of that stuff. So again, that's why we start with Spotify. So where you're at though, how far are you in the Spotify mastery course so far? Okay. Well, once you get through that, the wheels in your mind will probably be turning a little bit with ideas. And the next step after that, the MetaAds course for growing playlists specifically, I think that would be a great next step for you to dive into and potentially move a portion or all of that budget that you're spending to get Facebook followers right now and move it into that. That's what I would do. Cool. Doesn't make any sense, Joey. Nonsense. 0 cents. The other thing too, Wayne, is that we spent many years focusing on growing Facebook followers on our Mass Anthem page. And we got that thing up to 150,000 organic followers. And Facebook then proceeded to mess with their algorithms to the point where most people don't even see the posts. And they pretty much turned it into a vanity metric, which is why we're less excited these days about accumulating Facebook followers as a main focus of something that we'll spend money on. We are absolutely down to accumulate followers on Facebook, but more as like a byproduct of everything else growing, and it kind of spills over there. For example, with Eleni's recent album that she's doing with us, with Anthem Worship, we've been focusing so heavily on the growth and growing her on Spotify, and we've been going all in on this organic content strategy that her Instagram has really started to grow. She's probably up almost 50,000 followers now on that. And then as a byproduct of also posting everything to Facebook, that one has also shot up to over 70,000 followers organically from the content. And like we didn't spend money, and it wasn't even necessarily the focus. It just started growing. And with our content, we're always posting our content across all the platforms. So if we're going to post it to Instagram, we're going to post it to Facebook, we're going to post it to YouTube. And we're going to post it to TikTok as well. Exactly. Yep. 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 Exactly. And there's one more element too here, Wayne, of how do you get a fan to really stick when it comes to Spotify? And there's something that we bring up a few times in the curriculum called stickiness factor. It's like how do you get a listener to want to actually follow you on Spotify and stick with you, follow along? And one of the biggest things is the number of songs that you have released. There is actually a lot of correlation between more followers once you have at least 10 songs released and less people wanting to stick and follow along when you only have less than 10 songs released. Because what is that showing to them? Like, what is that telling them? That's like, oh, okay, the artist doesn't release very frequently, very often. There's not much for me to go binge of their music. They must not be like doing this thing very seriously. It must be casual. That's less exciting to follow as a listener, as opposed to they land on your profile, bam, 10 full songs that they can go down and listen to. So, yeah, jump in. Yeah. Yep. Yep. We're going to do each one 5 times. Loop it. Yeah. We're going to play the exact same set 4 times. Yeah. So that's just something to keep in mind here. So something that we always try to build strategies for artists early on is, okay, if you don't have any releases yet, how quickly can we get you to 1 release? So that at first you can go claim all your profiles, get your branding set up, get the pictures, the bios, make sure everything is claimed across Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, all the platforms. And then once you have that, then the next phase is, okay, we can play around with a little marketing right now just to kind of build the skill set for you. But now the next goal is, how do we get you to 10 songs released? Because if we can get you to 10 songs released, number one, now you have that stickiness factor. You have more leverage for promoters, people discover you, take you more seriously. 2, you have more music to finally start marketing and using like this playlist growth strategy. Because if you only have like 3 songs and you're going to grow a playlist, and the playlist, you put 50 songs on it, 3 out of 50, that's the odds of somebody listening to your music. As opposed to if you have 10 songs, well, now it's 1 out of 5 streams is going to go to you. The more music you start to release, that number goes up, and it starts to make the ads more affordable because you get more streams from it. And then the third thing too is the more songs you have released, for example, if you can get up to 10 songs, well, now you can make content for social media around those 10 songs and do what we call batch create content, where you focus, let's say, one day making content for all 10 songs, and suddenly you've got months of content that you can post and you don't really have to think about it again. And then when that content is up, you go back and you create more content for those same songs again, as opposed to, oh, I have 3 songs out. How much content can you make off of 3 songs? Like, it's a little more difficult. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Any thoughts on all that we just covered? I know there was a lot, but I think the right next step for you, Wayne, is to definitely get through the Spotify course, and that should again get your wheels turning more. And I guess question 2 is, what is your release schedule looking like? So you've got 3 out so far. What is the timeline for potentially building that to 10 songs? Cool. Cool. Okay. This is a cool looking studio. Yeah. Hmm. This is cool. Nice. I like that. Well, any other thoughts on this, gang? Did you get anything? Yep. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Well, this is good chat. Hopefully, you got some value out of this one. Cool. Cool. Yep. Cool. Cool. Well, I'm excited to see how this plays out for you. Glad you found us. Yeah, glad you're here. Does anybody have another topic they would like to jump into? Speak now, or forever hold your peace. I was literally just gonna say that. I was like, Sylvia, you've been active with some posts in the last 24 hours. There we go. She made a post with it. It's in the yeah. She just made a post about it. Should we play around with this for a little bit? This might be fun. Yeah. Okay, Joey, I've got the link if you want me to pull it up. Sylvia, it's good to know you are also a Friends enthusiast. No, same. She made 2 posts back to back, guys, that were so good that I had to reply with the Ross iconic clapping GIF. Had to do it. Let's do this. Good. Okay. Okay. I forgot that they let you make websites through GoDaddy. Okay. Not at all yet. Who's got a website in here? Anybody have websites for? Okay, Jason does, Timmy does, Sylvia does. Wayne, you do? Annie, do you have a website? Share the website. Somebody go find Annie's website right now. Hmm. Those Canadians don't really have internet out there, so a lot of Wi-Fi, a lot of. I've actually been there, born and raised in the country. Wi-Fi can be a problem, so I feel you. Joey, do you have any thoughts leading off on the website side of things for this? Okay. Okay. Yep. Do you know if does GoDaddy let you create more than one page on the website, or is it just one solo landing page like this? Okay. Okay, I would look into that. Um, yeah, yeah. If GoDaddy specifically on her plan that she's under right now, if it will let her create more pages than just one page. So, like for example, if we go to the Anthem Co website, you're gonna see we have our main homepage, landing page set up, but we're also going to see other options about us, education, the Anthem Network, different tabs that we can do. And it might be cool, Sylvia, for you to potentially play around with one of those when it comes to the different options for booking, for like book me for live events, like and having kind of like what this is right now. Like if you go to our music promotion page, this is where you start to see the different options. And this could be potentially how you could lay out, hey, here's one package that's really expensive, one middle package, and the most affordable package. Kind of like what we talked about last week. Just an idea. Fantastic. Timmy says you can absolutely do that. My company does that for all the clients. It's included 50 pages, up to 50 pages. And that's through GoDaddy, Timmy? Sweet. Heck yeah. Yeah, Sylvia, you need to have. Each one's a separate crocheted blanket for purchase. Oh man. We do all of ours through Wix. We really enjoy Wix. Have any of you used Wix to build your websites at all? Or Timmy, do you use all of them? Are you in all the? Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yep, we're Wix. Annie says she uses Wix for her mysterious hidden website that she won't let us look at. Jason, you use Squarespace. How is that? Not bad? Oh wow. You're in the weeds. Okay. Okay. Cool. Very nice. Oh yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it probably is a lot better. I'm looking it up. Shoot. Live shows? For live show sales? We did pretty well with merch. I know she's panicking, trying to undo it right now. Yeah, she's in the software. Do you check this out? Watch this. Watch this. Check permissions. What? It won't let me in. Did Alex just pop in? Alex, welcome, sir. Oh, we can hear you. You're not alone. Gio, I'm gonna see if I can quick hop back on the call and potentially leave call. Do you actually want me to pull him up? Like, do you actually need it? Because what you could do is, Gio, if you hop on the school call with your phone, show him where the screen is at if you want. Mine's for some reason not. Technical difficulties, gang. Hold tight. Unless you want to see me, Inception, in front of me. See if we get lucky. Put it all in black. She's throwing her hands up in confusion. To the left of it, right there. Cool. So let's see what we get. No, I think if you leave the call, well, can go back to the main screen. Yeah, honestly, it's not like it's the one time I finally got center stage because Joey got kicked out to the upper Midwest and I finally got the studio to myself. I'm like having to sit up. I know. Like I'm not wearing a shirt or something. I think it should. Oh, no? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Getting beaten by the ads. I don't know why it keeps going to everybody that's already in the network. It's hilarious. You fixed it? What'd you click? Okay, so you don't know what you clicked, but it's fixed. Okay. We're free. We've done it. Nice work. Okay, gang. We took a little detour there. Quick shout out to everybody else that just joined. Trace is here. What up? What up? Put Aaron. He might have us on mute. Yeah, we must be. Oh, there it is, dude. I didn't even see that. Guys, Trace and Aaron are out on tour right now. Trace brought Aaron out to do keys. They're performing live right now in front of a crowd, but they decided to join the network call. Van's holding up. Okay, you do you. Fun fact, guys. Yeah, they met in the network, and Trace ended up booking him to be the keys player for their tour. But they met through these live calls specifically. This is why we love everybody showing up on these live calls, because you get to build relationships with other people. You never know what it's going to turn into. Turn into some live shows. Okay, so let's do a quick circle back towards where we were finishing up. Were we talking about websites yet before we took that detour? Yeah. I had just pulled up Annie's Spark Faith apparel fashion brand. Is this the one that you gave up on though, Annie? So what happens if I buy something right now? Oh, it's tough. This sucks. I quit. Website looks nice though. I know where we were. Wayne, we were talking about merch sales specifically with Mass Anthem and how those did at the live shows. And Joey, would you say the merch sales number one, they tend to do better at camps, but also some camps flopped. Like it was kind of hit or miss, because I know we did some camps and went back and played those same camps for Anthem Worship, and you say this many people show up. Yeah, it's probably true. The other thing though is, yeah. But the other thing too is, when we started, I guess we didn't play enough shows of the new show that we built with Tom Jackson's new setup, that live music method setup, because he's always saying like there is a correlation between merch sales increasing. Granted, we only got to play that 3 times, but I do remember I thought they did pretty well. We were selling so many shirts. COVID shut us down. It was jealous. So Wayne, I don't know what to dive in there for you. I know you were just asking how we've historically done in merch sales, but I don't know if there's anything there for you. Can you pull up the comment section one more time? Let me see who we. Big Al's Apothecary. Could that Al stand for Alex? I love the sweaters. Is this it? Did I find it? This is. Dang. I thought we were gonna get some actual like apothecary. like Alex got a side hustle selling lotions and perfumes and medicines. Oh, this one might be my favorite. Very nice. Hey, have any of you linked up your merch stores to Spotify to try to sell merch through Spotify? Nope. Did anybody know that you could do that through Shopify? I think we pay like $42 a month. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. A couple months ago, I think we made our money back for the month, for that month, for the 40. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We do. I wouldn't say it's a ton, but consistently have random people that we have no idea who it is order merch through that funnel from Spotify to Shopify, but it usually doesn't make it back. But we keep it up because it was a pain in the butt to get it all set up and linked up, and it's a good business model for Shopify. Well, gang. Timmy says, I've done well with merch for other brands, but I have nothing for myself yet. We've also got this vision of eventually diving into growing like the Anthem Apparel brand as its own thing at some point when we have a little more bandwidth, energy, and resources to throw at that. Because we have heard of quite a few people getting really, really good at promoting apparel brands. But we haven't dove into that yet. Anchored. Is it this? Gio, can you share my screen? Anchor collection. Is this the one that Jesse was showing us way back? Because he's like, oh, my friends run this really cool. These are actually really cool. I like this. Gio, make us this merch. Bestseller. But put a chicken on it. Yep. We learned that lesson the hard way, Timmy, because we made we made a bunch of shirts that it turns out artists think are cool and will wear, but fans of worship music couldn't care less. And then we went to some events and tried to sell it. We were like, why is nobody buying our super cool shirts? And then we realized we didn't make shirts for Becky. We made shirts for Becky's son, who is an artist. for That's a real thing, though. Because here's the thing, too, guys. We've noticed a lot of this merch is cool. Like, this stuff, I think, is cool to wear. A lot of the merch that we've seen sell really well for ourselves, and like Mass Anthem Worship back in the day, are shirts where Joey and I were like, we would never wear this. Like, we don't think this is cool. But then the people at the show are like, this is awesome. Like, I love it. It's like, okay, we have to make something that isn't for us. So you're spot on there, Timmy. Hold that thought, Sylvia. We'll come back to you. You just, bro, you just snowplowed through Sylvia. Let's quick finish the merch thought before we change topic. Oh, nice. I like that. It's a good share. But Ann Wilson is also. Gio, throw me in the screen a sec. Here's Upper Rooms. Oh, Gio likes Upper Rooms. That is wild. And a mesh tote. They're doing it, guys. Mm-mm. Drop the link. I went sophisticated today. Little collar. I thought today's the day I get the full screen to myself. Joey's gone. I should really show up. And then Gio plasts a box in front of me for half the call. That was funny. Who had the topic change? Yes. Has anybody done that? How many people have done Patreon in here? Nope. Or even GoFundMe, Kickstarters. Anybody ever done those? Okay, so Jason, you've done what? Crowdfund? Which one? Okay. How did they go? Hmm. The way I see it is like, if you pick one thing and go all in on it, you can get it to work. Like we didn't have school back then. Patreon was the only thing. I think Kickstarter and GoFundMe were around then. Didn't Mass Anthem do a couple of those, Joey? Oh, didn't what? Yeah, I think did COVID break that? I think COVID stopped that one. Yeah, yeah. It took everything. The bats, they got it all. um, yeah. So one successful one there. Today, our mentality is if we have to choose something, we're gonna choose a school platform. That's working the best for us. We're really dialed in on this. And it just seems like a better way to like yeah, I don't know, keep that relationship going. Because in Patreon, were you saying, Joey, can you talk back and forth? Now, I haven't been on that platform in a really long time. Like, can fans? Okay. There's also a good website called Grouped. If you guys haven't heard of that, that's another big community fan base type website. A lot of big artists use that one. I'm still torn between that versus School when it comes to an artist fan base. School, obviously, guys, if you're like doing services and like what we're doing, or if you're teaching an instrument or doing something like that, that makes perfect sense. We have yet to launch and test a School community to build an artist fan base. I know that it works via Grouped well, but it seems like the School platform is still a little bit better. So there's two things to consider. Jason, were you thinking about starting Patreon, or what's your mindset around this? Exactly, yeah. Yep. Yeah. And making the courses better over time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because at some point you just you promise too much, and then you start to feel like you're drowning. Yeah. You're like, is it worth it? I don't know if that was helpful or not, but these days, yeah, we're a no-go for Patreon. We'd rather go school or community, more interactive, tier-based access, stuff like that. Yeah. Timmy has a good question that's actually on topic with this. He said, how do you get over the idea of asking for money or starting a Kickstarter? Ooh, that's really good. Are you planning on doing a Kickstarter or asking somebody for money, Timmy? Yep. Trace did that. Yep. 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 I'll give you an example of this. Back in the day, my tour managing days for Citizen Way, they set this structure up. They did really, really well for it. Ben actually ended up setting up a not-for-profit, nonprofit, and running basically this concept of like building your Patreon, like your high ticket people paying you a couple $100 a month, like having that tier, but then running that thing through that. And they also get the write-offs. And it did very, very well. Just like Joey said, those with a lot of money, they love to be able to also help and save money. Two birds with one stone type thing. And again, with Citizen Way as well, big into the Christian music, big in the Christian music space. And Ben always referred to himself as a musicianary. He's like, this is like his whole purpose, brand, everything, career was interwoven into this pitch. And I'll tell you what, you were in an elevator with that guy for 60 seconds. You could not get out of the elevator without knowing what his pitch is and having that thing on the money and like him being able to like sell you on the vision of what he's doing. And that's what would happen with fans that he would run into at shows and all the touring and everything. Yeah, they were like, I love what you're doing. How can I support you more? Bam, he had it ready. And I also know too, Trace on his last fundraiser event, he said he partnered with the church and they were able to essentially do what Alex just said, have the money basically flow through there to them to be able to make the purchases that they need to legally. Cool. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize that's how you guys set it up. Cool. Yeah. But when it comes down to the idea of asking for money, Timmy, it's, yeah. I guess yeah. Yeah. And I also think there's an aspect of really knowing yourself and your brand at a very deep, rock solid level to get to the point where you can make that pitch confidently, unwaveringly. Again, just to go back to the Citizen Way model, Ben knew who he was. He knew what he stood for. He knew exactly what his lane was for what he was doing with his music, the musicianary things. And he owned that lane, and it was like ingrained in his identity. And because of that, it wasn't a pitch. It was just a conversation with him. Like, you know how when you talk with somebody who is like absurdly passionate about something, like you can just feel it. Even if they're like potentially trying to sell you on something, or like you're asking about something that they have offered, like a service, you can tell they are fired up, and it feels less like a pitch and them asking for money. It's just like, no, this is what fires me up, and this is why, and this is why you should be fired up about it too. It's kind of different. And I do wonder, Timmy's like, do you feel like you're to that point with your personal brands or this collective or whatever you're doing? Like, you're this deep into it that you're like, you can show up with that level of enthusiasm and excitement and like vision. Gio sniped you, dude. She was like, I'm not gonna let Timmy talk anymore. You're gonna have to unmute on your end. She's Gio censored you. Hmm. Same. Yep. Yep. Annie's hopping off. Goodbye, Annie. Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, our whole approach is always how do we give more value right away? Like we're always thinking, how do we provide value that is worth something in their eyes? And maybe that's something we're thinking about too. I know it's a weird process of trying to fit that with ministry. It's like how can I provide value to these people and solve a need or an excitement for them and also have that attached to an offering or a service? And yeah, some of it might be, this is my ministry, would you support me? Like it could be the missionary model. Hey, I go do this. You guys aren't able to go out and do this where I'm going out and doing the thing. Support me because you can't do it yourself. A lot of people want to do that. They'll vote with somebody else. They'll vote behind somebody else with their money, right? Um, but that's interesting. I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think of ideas for you. Like, yeah, how do you bring value? Again, the whole tax deductible thing. That is, it might not seem like it, but that's a piece of value because you're solving a problem. Yeah, huge objection. Yep. Yep. Was that help? Huh? They can't say no. Yeah, I don't know. You might want to just brainstorm on that and keep playing around with that. I'm sure there's a model in there somewhere that could make sense. But I also think the more music you start to release and really like own this new thing that you're doing, I think these conversations become more organic and they become easier as you become more confident in that next version of yourself, I guess. Because I will say this too. I am so much more confident to have a conversation with somebody about this school network, the Anthem network, and tell them to join. Because Joey and I have just obsessed over this for almost a year now and put more time and energy into this than anything. And just, we know that the value is there. Like you can't tell us that there's not value, because like we know that it is there and it is solving a lot of problems for a lot of people. And it's a completely different ballgame if you would have caught us 12 months ago trying to have this conversation and sell it. And we still didn't even know what problems exactly we were going to solve, or like have all the testimonials or different posts from just artists like you guys sharing, oh man, this really helped. This was helpful. I've been working through this. We didn't have all that information, but now we have all of that snowballing and just accumulating, that when we have a conversation, it's like you can just pull from all of this when it's relevant. It's like, oh yeah, I know for a fact this is bringing value. By the way, have a 7-day free trial, you know? That's like, okay, what does that look like for you getting to that point? It's like, okay, I might just have to go do the thing for a season and get so confident of what I'm doing, why I'm here, what I stand for, the value that I bring. Now those conversations they become easier. Joe, what's Alex Hormozy say about that? He's like, it's something like, you do so much that like, I forget the saying, but it's do so much that. But the fun part about that is you're gonna run into objections, and you're gonna have to first deal with the process of not having the right answers for them because you didn't know that objection was gonna happen. So there's kind of this phase of like you're paying your dues, of like, this is not fun. I still have a gross feeling in my stomach. Like, what is this? Like, yeah. Welcome to the Anthem Network, everybody, where we help you suck a little bit less than you currently do. Alex, I would say you suck way less than you originally did when you started. Alex, did you get a haircut? Dude, I swear you turned on your camera and I was like, it looked like you got a haircut. Oh, okay. Okay. Because I'm used to seeing the long hair coming down the shoulders. So from the front view, I was like, I think he chopped it. Okay. Those children, dude. Well, yeah, if you guys don't know, that's his main job. The friendly ones too. Where's the scary one? You know any scary ones around here? Okay. Hmm. Are you out there quite a bit? Like in person? Oh. Hmm. And that's why. And that's why Alex loses his hair. Mm-hmm. All right. Alex used to. Yeah. Alex used to work at Integrity Music around Nashville. So he's not just a random data center guy hanging out on the music the music call. Yeah. Joey, was he the first one to join the Anthem Network? Alex was the first one, wasn't he? You had to, because we talked about this with you over burgers at that one place. Yeah. We're dreaming this up. Clip that. Out of context, just the last part. Oh yeah, you're getting paid to be here, I think, by now. If you guys don't if you guys don't know, the you all have an affiliate referral link that if you invite a friend to use it and join, you get 40% of whatever they pay to be here. We just decided to make it a crazy high referral incentive. So if you invite 3 people, you're here for free. And you get paid to be here. Actually, you'll make money learning in the Anthem Network. So highly recommend. Yep. Which link? Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Oh, we appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, the goal is, and I think, Wayne, I think I was telling you this in a comment too, but think of, because you were already checking the map and like DMing and doing some networking for artists around your area that are in the network. It's like, think about this, but with thousands of artists in it. Like that's our vision. It becomes a movement of its own at that point. So, we're doing it. We're doing it. Well, gang, we hit 2 hours. Good chat, Wayne. We're glad you made this one. Glad we could chat. Heck yeah. Love it. Drop in the community. Sylvia's on a streak right now for the most posts in 24 hours. So yeah, but Sylvia, I think I gave you something even better than a gold star. I gave you 2 Ross clapping gifts. Those don't come easy. That is a currency. Well, gang, hope you got value out of this one. We will catch you next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. Adios.